Good evening, SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Chinedu Michael, after a long wait, an Igbo man finally bails Tinubu out. We understand that yesterday, the president cut short Federal Executive Council meeting to commission 20 CNG buses, compressed natural gas buses. And the government has always said that it's going to be a game changer to solve the issue of transportation costs. And this time around, Igbo man again coming to the aid of federal government. How does it come to you?
Igbo man has always come to the aid of the federal government. I'm sure that person, I have to mention his name because that's Chukuma Innoson. I'll have to mention his name because I was aware even before that commission came. He has already announced it that there's going to be a major shift, from the premium petrol, to compress natural gas. And the factor is that is going to manufacture millions of vehicles that will be operated by compressed natural gas, and that will be a big threat to the petroleum crisis we are having in Nigeria. But I feel that Tinubu himself, has sat down and to look at the prospect, because it's going to bring an added it's going to be an added support to already economy that is battling to stay. That's a good development if actually it is meant to be, if it's not politics, because you cannot trust Nigerian politicians for anything that has to do with Igbo.
But because for what we are seeing, this look as if it look as if there will be jubilation in Aso Rock, because their challenge have been how do we now bring compressed natural gas buses to solve Nigerian problem. I hope Innoson is going to mass produce this to solve our problem.
It's already available. I can tell you that up to 300,000 pieces are already on ground. That can run on CNG, compressed natural gas. The vehicles are there. So if they want to do that, it's very easy for them to start it. Because there's another company too, a motor manufacturing company, who is also running such thing in Nigeria. But Innoson is more outstanding that it has attracted the attention of the federal government. Then how would now Tinubu make it very encouraging to Nigerians to use is by telling the state governors, National Transport Union, to stop making use of this petroleum. Let everybody embrace. I think that will put this criminality in the petroleum industry to check. That will put the issue of subsidy removal and subsidy payment on check. So, but the ability to implement it is going to be another. Bro, we can phase out all these things and let Nigerians breathe. It's not hard time, and anything that Igbo man is involved has viability of sustenance and sustenance, because Tinubu has a look at it from that angle. We know that our position in Nigeria is that the position of we need to add value. That's the sector they have deliberately placed when there is so much issues on the ground.
Because this is like okay, sorry, this is like an Igbo man removing shame from the face of Tinubu and federal government.
Big one. He's going now. You don't know that Tinubu must go. That's the next thing we are talking about now. The next step is now bye-bye.
But with this intervention coming from an Igbo man, I'm talking about Innoson motive.
Yes, Innoson.
It's a kind of relief for federal
Yes,
government.
it will not to the federal government, because they are not in any way lacking petroleum. They are not in any way lacking electricity. They are not in any way lacking money. They are not in any way lacking food. So if they are going to, if Innoson is going to bail the federal government or the Nigerian government on the coming doom, then I think it is time for the president himself to come out and make it clearly that the survival of Nigeria under his watch is because he has decided to bring in an Igbo man. Tunde Bakare said it. He said, if there is no salt, there will not be taste. Look at the protest. How far have they gone now? The woman said not going to be involved. And Innoson has been struggling, even though when they wanted to bring him down. If not that he was resilient and focused, they would have closed Innoson manufacturing vehicle, the first indigenous vehicle manufacturing company in Nigeria. They would have shut it down. But a lot of people, including Goodluck Jonathan, came to his rescue. Today, the same people that want him down are the same people that has gone now seeking his technology, seeking his skills, seeking his innovation, seeking his contribution, his creativity to the survival of Nigeria. So for me, Tinubu understand that that is not the only thing that is really required for compressed natural gas, to have a very deep positive effect on the Nigerian economy. It should go beyond that. How is it going to be beyond that? Mandating state governors, local government chairmen to switch over from this called petroleum powered vehicles. No, Pastor, understand what I'm saying. It's not a matter of coming say you're commissioning. You're commissioning yourself. How would you that's the problem they say Tinubu's administration is having. The ability, which every Nigerian can do, anybody can handle that, to transform his economic policies to the betterment of Nigerian. That is where he has problem. So it's not necessarily saying, Innoson have done it, Innoson have done it, we are doing that. Then how do you now look at what they did in America when YouTube came, when Facebook came, when all these apps came up? The US government have to intervene to make it more commercialized. No, Pastor, I don't know whether making sense.
In a nutshell, you're saying that the government of Nigeria is not doing enough to help indigenous companies to grow, particularly the one from the south.
Bros, we are losing them. They are losing them. Do you know? Go and tell you. Let me tell you. Do you know that Innoson has bought how many thousands of acres of land? Now, currently, trying to step up to the next level to make sure that he's able to become the Rockefeller, the Ford of this generation. Talking about Africa. Go and take the history of Henry Ford in America. These are vehicle manufacturing, Mitsubishi them. They're all related to America. This Mitsubishi, go and check them. They have their foundations in America. So what Innoson trying to tell, message we are trying to pass is that they should not be looking at it that it's an Igbo man thing. Look at what they're trying to do to APs. APs survived. Today, what is happening? We will always survive it. So mandate this thing so that there will be a transformation, a shift, a major. At least let us break that monopoly of using petroleum-powered vehicles.
But let me quickly ask you this question: which other areas do you think the government should draft in the egghead from the eastern part of the country to salvage Nigerian situation?
In so many ways, then let us see the mandate, the change the custom controller, bring an Igbo man there. That is one. Two, the seaport, reactivate, change this all these people. Major sectors of the ministry, should be handled. That has to do with the economy. That's what Obasanjo is saying. I'm not the one saying it. Obasanjo said it. You have policies, you don't know how to transform it. Bring these people in a bit. I'm not saying you should not continue to Yorubalize your agenda, but bring people, who are resilient, who knows at a point what they are supposed to do without tribalism, without nepotism, having the same nationalistic, Zikist consciousness. Among all the tribes in Nigeria that fought for independence, it was only Azikiwe that advocated for nationalism. So naturally, Igbo man has always been a nationalist, a broad-minded person. So most of these key ministries that has to do with adding input to the economy, bros, remove them, rejig your cabinet, bring in fresh hands and fresh brains from that extraction. Then look at all those malfunctioning industries that has to do with production, that that immediate demand. Open the borders. Look at the issue of tariff. Yeah, even if it is 1 year, nobody should pay anything. Bro, all those billions, they are generating from custom, and then where are they a day taking it to? They are just looting it on daily basis. Then let us see how the economy will look like if Igbo man takes those positions, those sectors. Let us see in the space of a period of time. We have the network. It's in our DNA. They know how to do it. But why is it that the empowerment, the national empowerment in power, economic power, instead of recognizing that bro, any region, any tribe, any race that holds the economy, holds the heart of every nation, all over the world, go and check it. If you say you're not going to involve Igbo man in what you are doing, then you face must go always, must go always. I don't want to call them so that you not say I put Tinubu there, must go. Everyday protest, everyday complain.
Because they will not get it right.
How will you get it right? One, bro, that's what Shehu Sani is saying. He's telling the northern Nigeria now to go and learn from the east. He said it in the Senate. Why are we having 1 million professors that have no functional knowledge? They don't know how to transform knowledge to skill. No, Pastor, do you understand what I'm saying? You're a professor of 100 years. You don't know how to transform your knowledge you acquired to skill. But somebody is there staying in one particular place for 7 years. He knows how to be functional at any point in time. He knows how to transform his knowledge to skill at any point in time. And you will not be afraid of that such a person. That's why Shehu Sani is telling them the whole Northerners should go and do apprentice under Igbo man. And until they do that right, Igbo man becomes the president of Nigeria and be able to illuminate Nigeria, give Nigeria direction of purpose and light. We will continue to say Baba Sobe until end of the day.
I think this is a good place to let it go if you permit me, Mr. Tinubu. Thank you very much, Mr. Tinubu.